video because this is something that we need to keep track of, something that we need to properly document, I guess. So, as I've said many times, in 10 days' time, so not this week, but then the week after, we should be expecting our first Halloween Rust rotation. And ever since the beginning of June, I've discussed the Carvable Pumpkin with its fun position that it was in. So way back, about 4 months ago, I looked at this. I was on stream when I was speaking to people, and I was informing them that, hey, this is a holiday themed item, and what happens with holiday themed items? They get brought back. They get reintroduced for the holidays. So back in early June, I looked at all of you and I said, right, see this Carvable Pumpkin? See that it's selling for $1? It was selling for $1 at the time. Yeah, this isn't going to stay being $1 forever, guys. As we get closer to October, as we get closer to the Halloween weeks in Rust, we're going to see this rise up in price. It's going to have functional usage that people want to use. Carving a pumpkin and drawing whatever you want in it and putting it outside your base. What fun. But, oh, I should be on this discussion, sorry. So, the main thing that's going to drive up the price, though, is when it gets reintroduced. So this is a 50-50 coin flip, but if you can see the prices, you can guesstimate what's going to happen. What are you talking about, Hedge? Well, I'll explain. So if we look at all the Halloween themed items, if I just click this here, we can see quite a lot of them have gone up in price, and well, some of them aren't exactly going up in price above their Rust price. The reason why they've all gone up in price is because we're now in October, spooky month, and people are preparing for the special Halloween event that happens. We would expect a week or two of having a special Halloween update in Rust, where we probably get zombies running around, special items in game, very fun spooky times. But some of these Halloween items are going to be brought back, and they're going to be sold at specific Rust store prices. Most likely the Rust prices that they were first introduced at. Now, sometimes they can be sold at a slightly different price. Take, for example, Skull Trophy, which is not sending me to the place I wanted to go to. Can you show here? No. Can you show me store? This will do. Right, if I click this, what will happen is it will show me its history, because the price that the Skull Trophy originally came out for was different. So if I click this, it will show me its past. Okay, so it didn't actually change. That was a mistake. My apologies there, chat. I got that wrong. I thought its price was different. But as you can see, it originally came out in 2020, brought back in 2021 for the same price. But here's the thing. When an item is brought back, so for example, see here, the skull. It was first introduced last year. It sold for $3.99 in a Rust store. So far, it's currently selling at $5.35. What do you reckon is going to happen when it sells in a Rust store again at $3.99? It's most likely going to go down in price, because people realise, hey, instead of buying this on the Steam market for $5.35, I could just go ahead and buy it on the Rust store instead. So you're going to see a whole bunch more of them being bought on the Rust store instead. People were thinking, oh, if I could buy this quickly and sell it quickly, I could quickly flip it for a quick profit on third-party trading sites or on the Steam market. So you'll see a whole bunch more of these being bought. And then after Halloween, it wouldn't be too much of a surprise to see this potentially go all the way down to maybe $2, because suddenly we have a new influx, a new whole batch more of skull rocks that have been brought in, and they're going to potentially get thrown on the Steam market afterwards. The price is going to go down because there's far too many new ones. More expendable ones, I guess you could say, because people are more willing to sell them, trade them, you get the idea. So, because this right now is selling above its Rust store price, that could lead to loads of people potentially buying them simply because it's cheap in a Rust store, you name it. However, on the opposite side of things, we've got the Carvable Pumpkin. Wait, hang on a minute, that's down 48%. Well, when I first discussed this, it was a lot cheaper, selling for around $1 compared to its Rust store price of $6.99. This was first introduced with the Skull Rock last year. This was selling for $6.99. Now, let me reiterate, there was a big promotion for that Carvable Pumpkin. Facepunch was doing a prize, a contest for the best carvings. People could submit the best carvings they make in game, and they could get prizes of I think it was skin cash prizes or whatever. You could get like $100 worth of prizes. Let's just put it that way. So they promoted it very heavily, and then it died afterwards. Why? Because it's too gimmicky for Halloween. You're not going to want to have a carvable pumpkin in January or March, June. It doesn't fit. It's not Halloween anymore. It's not spooky month. So it's now started to rise up in price because we're getting closer and closer to the Halloween update. It's now October, of course. But the main thing that's going to cause this to jump up in price is if it sells in a Rust store again at $6.99 or $5.99 or $4.99. There's a good chance it's either going to sell for $5.99 or $6.99. What do you reckon's going to happen when it sells in the Rust store for $6.99? People are going to go to try and buy it because they think, oh, look, that's cool. But when they go to buy it, there's going to be a link there, and it's going to say, oh, you could buy this on the Steam market right now for $3.80. Oh, that's gone up in price. Well, $3.80 is cheaper than buying it for $6.99, right? What do you reckon's going to happen? People are going to buy all of these cheaper ones, and eventually it's not going to be selling for $3.80 anymore. On the Steam market, it's going to shoot all the way up to around $6 to $7 if it sells in the Rust store for $6.99. Now, if it sells for $5.99, it'll probably be between $5 to $6. Makes sense? So, I put this out there. I gave everybody a heads up months ago. I uploaded the video onto YouTube back in July. It's there. It's somewhere. It's definitely buried here somewhere. I could keep scrolling down. I will get there eventually. Someday, one day. Where are we? Come on. Here you go. That's it. Halloween investment opportunity. I gave everybody the heads up. Look right there. It says $1.30. Only 154 of them were on the market at the time, and there was hardly any buy orders. Oh, how things have changed. Isn't it wonderful? So I just thought I'd give a nice quick update on this. Something's going to happen. Either it's reintroduced and people end up buying out all the stock on the Steam market because it's cheaper, or it doesn't get brought back, and that's another thing, because we have seen instances before, especially of Halloween items. We've got far too many Halloween items at the moment, and there's a very good chance some of these will be excluded from being brought back. Last year we didn't see the surgeon scrubs, for example. So what do you reckon might happen this year? Do you reckon something from here won't be brought back? Now, Scarecrow hasn't been brought back ever since it was first introduced. These haven't been brought back ever since they were first introduced. What do you reckon's going to happen now? I reckon we could potentially see either Skullfire Pit or Cursed Cauldron potentially not appearing. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these skull pieces doesn't get brought back. I wouldn't be surprised if Mummy Wraps doesn't get brought back. But I do anticipate these two still being brought back. They're new. I don't expect them to not be brought back. But if this isn't brought back, it becomes a collector's item. Because, okay, we're not going to be able to get any new carvable pumpkins. All right then. Surely that means it's rare now because there's only a limited amount in stock. It's weird. Like, we've seen Cursed Cauldron shoot up in price simply because it wasn't brought back one year. And it's very noticeable if you look at its past. Look at that. Oh, wait, it wasn't brought back. Shoots up in price. And then... yeah, and then later next year, oh, it got reintroduced. Goes all the way down in price. Why? Because it was reintroduced at a set price. A cheaper price than what it was currently on the Steam market. So, fixed prices can be a curse, but also a blessing. It's going to be a curse for the likes of the Skull Rock, Large Candle Set, Cursed Cauldron, because they're quite high up in price in comparison to their Rust store price. But in the other side of things, Carvable Pumpkin will flourish simply because it's going to be selling for a higher price in the Rust store in comparison to its Steam market price. What are you going to do, gentlemen? It's now $4.17. Clearly my chat's buying them all out now, so... I gave you the heads up. Things are progressing very nicely. What do you reckon's going to get omitted, that's the word. What do you reckon's not going to be brought back? What do you reckon's going to happen with the likes of the Carvable Pumpkin? Do you reckon it's going to sell for $5.99, $6.99? You tell me. But 10 days to go. There is a good chance we don't see the Halloween items in the first Rust rotation. That happened last year. As you can see, it was only skins. It wasn't until the second week that we got the Halloween items. That was weird. I think that's the first time that ever happened, but just a quick heads up, we might not see the Halloween items on the first Halloween week, which should be the 20th. So the 20th and the 27th should be the Halloween rustle rotations. Gentlemen, ladies, best of luck to all of your investments. Best of luck to enjoying Halloween. And are you going to buy anything? Do you reckon something might not be brought back and could rise up in price and you might want to buy it? We'll see.